Welcome everybody to another episode of Dave's Movie Dailies. I said I was going to do 4 today, and this is my second review of the day. I'm going to be reviewing a movie called Heart Eyes, which was also released around the same time of around Valentine's Day. So it's now located on Netflix if you want to check it out. Shameless plug. It's no longer in theaters. It was released on February 7th, 2025. It was a romantic slasher horror comedy, and it was directed by Josh Rubin. Again, if you see me moving my eyes, is because I'm looking at the notes that I've written. It starred up and coming starlet Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding, who you can see in the new Scream films. I believe he was in Scream 5, 6, and he is in Scream 7. It also stars old horror slasher alumni Devon Sawa and Jordana Brewster, who was also in The Faculty. Devon Sawa starred in a few movies: Final Destination, Idle Hands, back in the early 2000s, which were like around the time where the teen slasher horror movies were like all abuzz. But yes, it's about two co-workers who have to survive the Hard Eyes serial killer and on Valentine's Day and find out who it is. So that's pretty much the basis of the story. I'm going to give you my personal opinion. The movie sucked. It was pure garbage. It was literally trying to revive some kind of like I said, the 90s teen horror genre. And if you saw back in the 90s, early 2000s, they had a slew of movies that came out that were teen slasher horror movies. You had the Scream 1, 2, 3, I Know What You Did Last Summer, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. They even did a third one that was straight to video called I Always Remember What You Did Last Summer, which I don't believe is part of the continuity, especially now that they revived the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise, which is coming out one in a few, I think in a month or a few weeks from now. They also did the Final Destinations, which went up to like part 5 around the time. They just released a new one. Of course, I said Idle Hands. They had a bunch of movies, teen movies like The Faculty, The Craft, which were all really, really good. They released one of the last teen slasher horror movies, which wasn't really a teen movie. They also did a series called Urban Legend. They had part 1 and part 2, but the last one that I remember that came out was Valentine's with David Boreanaz, Denise Richards, and a couple other stars around that time. This was more like a college type thing, or outside college and everything. And that movie was, to me, although I enjoyed it, it was still trash. So I felt like they were trying to do the same thing in this movie, Hard Eyes. It was the Hard Eyes killer, and he was or she was out there killing people who were like in love with each other or something. And if you showed any type of like affection toward each other around that time, this killer would go around this killer is just going to go around killing you. Like, the way the movie starts is so campy, and so, but that's the thing. You have to deprogram your brain in order to enjoy these movies. Unfortunately, I tried to deprogram my brain to watch this movie, and for some odd reason, just the story, everything just seemed so campy and corny, and I just couldn't get past certain things. Like, I'm like, why does it have to be like this? Why did it have to be like this? I'm like, oh my god, why can't they just do it according to the way they used to do it in the 90s? Instead they got these movies, and you got these, I went to go see it in the theaters, and I'm just watching, and you got these young people thinking that these movies, I mean, I guess it's aimed for them, the stupidity and the corniness. I guess that's why young people are attracted to these movies. I loved Scream 1. I loved Scream 2. Scream 2 to this day is still my favorite of the series. But yeah, I don't know. It's personally, the way that this movie was made, it was made to seem to be real, but at the same time, it was just so campy and corny. I'll give it a 2.5 because I enjoy the slasher horror genre, and a couple of the actors there are pretty good. But besides the point, this movie was not scary. It was aimed as a comedy, I guess. I don't know. Well, it did say it was it a slasher comedy, but in the end, the characters did not have any appeal. When you get the final reveal of the killers, you're just like, okay, it was nice to see them back, but in all reality, it just didn't do anything for me. It failed horrendously for me, to tell you the truth. But if you wanted, everybody's flavor for movies is different. You can watch it on Netflix. This has been Dave D. Saint. I just reviewed, what was it, Hard Eyes, for Dave's Movie Dailies. Have a good night and enjoy.